They play hard. You got to tip your hat to them. They definitely play hard. You can't go freaking bear hunting with BB guns.
There's more tomorrow. We don't win today.
Hi, my name's Dane De La Rosa. I'm with the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. I'm a pitcher, actually, I should probably say that. I'm a pitcher, and I played for the Glacier Pilots in 2002, Summer League. It was a great opportunity. My pitching coach happened to be the manager at that time, so it was a really easy transition. A lot of people had said it's a good, kind of precursor to playing professional baseball, being away and, having somewhat of a job and, playing with that kind of competition obviously helps before, you actually get into pro ball, because you will be playing with the same guys most of the time. Every year they take back then they took about 2 or 3 guys from our team and took them up there. So they'd approached me earlier in the year about it and said, just keep it in the back of your mind, if you want to go, we want you to go. So, thought about it, and, it was a no-brainer because I knew I wanted to enter the draft that year, or sign out of the draft that year, so I thought it'd be a great opportunity, so I went. Bob Miller was the head coach and was our pitching coach at the time at Riverside. Our big pitcher was David Percy. I don't know where he's at. He was with the Blue Jays and the Phillies, and then I think he's somewhere else now. Jesse Chavez, who I just played with, he's with the A's now. He was with a pitcher with Riverside when I was there, and he was he my roommate? No, he was with another guy, but he came up with us also. Remember, Adam Heather was our third baseman. Catcher was Greg Deeney from Miami. I'm outdoorsy, so, I thought it was great just to have, we went fishing a lot, and the atmosphere, you walk outside and you're in the woods pretty much, so that was cool. Our host family actually set up a halibut trip, a deep sea halibut fishing trip, so that was cool. So yeah, did a lot. When we went to, Kenai, I think, when the salmon were running, we went down there and went fishing too, so yeah, we did a lot of that, a lot of eating. Not too big as far as salmon or trout, just your average size, but halibut, I think I caught a 95-pound halibut or something like that, the last day. It was a 2-day fishing charter, so that was cool.
Did you bring it home?
Yeah, we brought everything home, so we had food for the rest of the summer. They gave us a old Chrysler. I barely remember, it was probably a couple $100 to buy, just to work out and kind of try to gain weight. Then I was still getting acclimated to going to the gym and working out, because I never did that in high school really, but college we did that a lot. So just trying to put a little more weight on and get stronger, and it obviously helped me throughout the year. So crazy. I definitely was not expecting that, just having these giant moose sitting out your door as soon as you come outside, and being up that early, it's super bright. It's not like the mornings we have here where it's, sun kind of creeps up. The sun is just so coming out, barely being able to see, and then seeing this giant moose, right outside your door. You're just like, what do you do? There wasn't a tutorial on if you saw a moose, what do you do? Do you run or go back inside the house? So that was a learning experience. And on hikes that we take up to, it's flat top, running into bears, all the time. And then before we did that, we actually asked somebody what to do when we were around bears, or you see cubs or something like that, to kind of freeze, start walking backwards very slowly and then start running. So, but yeah, animals everywhere. Just seeing eagles, and you're in shock because you don't really think that stuff really exists, and then you get out there and you realize that there is a ton of them out there. So that was interesting. I do remember Lefty. Yeah. He had stories, there's not too many stories that we had during the season, but he had a ton of stories. He would tell us stories about every guy that went through that league. So, but just the nicest guy, just loved, just cruising. Yeah, I remember coming from the airport, because he's the one that picked me up from the airport, just cruising in the caddy, going back to the field, show me around, and then drop me off at my host parents' house. Fast paced, because I don't know how many teams were there. It was a ton, and they're just game after game after game. So yeah, just remember being very fast, and then, you know, before you knew it, we were in the championship with Fairbanks, and, you know, after that, waiting to get to the airport because there was a huge storm that night and like tornadoes everywhere, so we were wondering if we were going to get out, you know, on time. So, yeah, it was just a whirlwind. It went fast, and, you know, we left, and it was like, wow, that was a quick summer. It's probably 4th of July. We had to actually wait another hour and a half, so it was probably 1:30 in the morning, just because it wasn't getting dark, and having all those people just, I mean, there was half the people on the field just kind of waiting fireworks, and we're just, you know, talking to everybody, hanging out. It was like a giant picnic, like family barbecue that was going on with, I don't know, what is like 10,000 people come there at that time. So that was cool. Regardless if you have ambitions to play pro ball or not, it's if you have the opportunity, I would just do it. The stuff you learn just as a person, being around different guys from all over, and not just, you know, I know a lot of guys go to college and, you know, play with guys from all around, but I mean, the mix of people and talent and just the overall experience of being in that state is, you know, it's priceless.